This meeting's live. Over to the Chair, Vice Chair, Councillor Phil Bignell.
Yes, good evening everybody, councillors, officers and any members of the public who are watching this meeting, and welcome to the December Cabinet meeting. I'll take item 1 on the agenda, please. Apologies for absence, Leslie.
I hadn't had any apologies for absence, but as we see we are missing the chairman. Hopefully he will join us shortly.
I'll proceed until he makes an appearance.
Thank you.
Any members got any declarations of interest for the matters posted on the agenda? I'll take that as a no. Item 3, the minutes. We're on page 5 to 8 of your report pack. Anybody got any issues with the minutes as posted?
No.
Would appear not, so at some time in the future or whatever, we'll sign those minutes as a true record of the previous meeting. Chairman's announcement. I'm not aware there are any chairman's announcements.
No.
I look to my more learned colleagues and I think possibly not.
I don't have anything for you, Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Leslie. So we move to the first item on the agenda, the Stronger Community Strategy, which is on pages 9 to 108 of our reports pack. Is that with you, Joe, or who's presenting this?
It's with myself, Chairman.
Sorry, Councillor Cooper,
Okay.
I do apologise.
It's okay.
Please continue, Councillor Cooper.
Thank you, Chairman. I'm very pleased to be able to present the Stronger Community Strategy this evening. 18 SNC officers have contributed towards the strategy. It has most definitely been a huge team effort, which has included every member of the Healthy Communities team. I won't name everybody this evening, but will personally thank and congratulate them all. Community development from the Council's perspective is about facilitating positive social and economic impact by making sure people can actively participate in the community and are empowered to create positive changes. Our community development programme supports and leads community initiatives that increase social participation, strengthen connections, address community need and improve quality of life in our district. Our goal for community development is to connect people and organisations and to facilitate or fund community-led initiatives and facilities that better enable our community to work together. Officers in the Healthy Communities team started drafting the Stronger Community Strategy in October last year, with the initial intention to bring it to Cabinet in April this year. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, strategy development was put on hold between March and June this year, as the majority of the Healthy Communities team were assigned to support the community resilience response for COVID-19. Development of the strategy resumed in July this year, with the final strategy and supporting documents being presented to Cabinet this evening. With Northamptonshire authorities working through a programme of local government reform, community strategy takes on an even more important role. This strategy will reflect the local needs of South Northants residents and deliver local outcomes, ensuring the needs of our residents are met and not lost during the transformation into the new West Northants Authority next April. As we transition from one identity to another, it is more important than ever to ensure our residents retain a strong sense of pride in their local communities. This strategy also reflects the changing nature of local government in Northamptonshire and how the coronavirus pandemic has affected our communities, voluntary groups and organisations, and local authority service delivery. We have taken a co-production approach to delivering this strategy. Throughout the process, there has been ongoing engagement and input from a range of stakeholders and partners, including neighbouring local authorities, town and parish councils, statutory agencies, community groups, the local voluntary and third sector community representatives, and our residents right across the district. Through this process of co-production, we have been able to regularly check and challenge the direction of the strategy. The co-production and consultation consists of stakeholder workshops, theme focus workshops, small group conversations, one-to-one conversations, a stakeholder survey to gather feedback on strategy priorities, a member workshop, and public consultation. The input and ideas from stakeholders and partners have shaped this strategy, and we have agreed 4 key priorities. People, to enable residents to live safe and healthy lives. Engagement, to enable more residents to participate in the building of stronger communities. Resilience, to build the capacity to deliver meaningful interventions for local communities. Place, to create identity, culture, and connection to our localities. The strategy will be delivered in partnership with key stakeholders. We will build upon collaboration opportunities with Northampton Borough Council and Daventry District Council to expand the strategy work across the West Authority footprint. This will ensure the strategy adds value and a structure to the community development work across the new authority. The strategy will be monitored and evaluated through a detailed action plan, which will be live from January next year. The recommendation this evening is to approve and adopt the Stronger Community Strategy, the Strategy Delivery Plan, and the associated documents. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Councillor Cooper, for that presentation. At this time, our real chair, Councillor McCord, has joined us. Do you want to take charge of the meeting now, and I'll pass the baton to you, sir? And you're on mute as well. He's struggling with that one. Sorry. So thank you, Councillor Cooper, for that presentation. Councillor McCall will join us when he has sorted his audio issues out. But at this time, I invite members to comment on the excellent presentation made by Councillor Cooper. I'm looking for some input from somebody. Any hands up? We've lost the chair. Are we happy with that?
If I may, Chairman, I think.
Oh, absolutely, please. Yes.
We've all had lots of opportunity to comment and to input, so I think maybe that's where we're at this evening. It's been great that members have had so much opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Good. So we're just reading it. Yes, so the recommendations are that the meeting is recommended to approve and adopt the Stronger Community Strategy, Strategic Delivery Plan, and associated documents. I believe that's it. Are we all in favour of that, fellow members? I'm looking thumbs around, so that'll be fine. So we'll consider that report adopted. Thank you very much indeed. We move on to thank you now. We move to item 6, which is the quarterly performance risk and finance monitoring for the September 2022 date. Who's presenting that one? Peter?
Yep.
Thank you, Peter.
Sorry.
Thank you, Councillor.
Right.
Right.
This the report shows the forecasts for the council at the end of the second quarter, September 2020. Sorry.
Not a problem, Councillor. I'd like to say we could go to something and come back to you, but you're the second item on the agenda of 2.
Right, try
again.
In line with our governance, I need to present the quarterly reports to Cabinet. Now, timings are always an issue. As last week, the end of October report was actually presented to the Budget and Financial Strategy Group. So not content with having to deal with all the changes in finances, we have to deal with temporal challenges as well. Sorry, I had a bit of biscuit that went the wrong way. At that time, the financial outturn was a 9k surplus after taking into account various COVID-related costs. Whilst the outturn excluded COVID, would have been a £52,000 surplus. And our finances have been buoyed up by significant government grants to offset those costs of increased workload and the loss of fees and charges. For information, the October figures project 179,000 surplus, with a worst case scenario of a loss of 481,000. Obviously, the situation is still very volatile and could go either way. And prudence, as ever, is our watchword. And whilst we've weathered lockdown 2, one would not bet on there being no further lockdowns locally or nationally after Christmas. In terms of KPIs, as one would expect, the collection of council tax and business rates have been affected by the COVID pandemic and are below target. And whilst we are slightly under where we should be at this time of year, the team are proactively chasing debts and the situation is improving. We are aware that the finance team and Rebs and Bens are significantly stretched, having to implement the various government relief for businesses that have been put in place on a regular basis. And we've put one scheme live next week, and there are yet another 2 planned before Christmas and a 3rd in the new year. As we move into the new year, we will also move into the billing period for 21-22. And I would not be surprised if business rate reliefs are extended for another year. Hopefully we will know more when the provisional settlement is announced. And both the finance and Rebs and Bens team are working together to keep on top of things and are doing an admirable job. We need to keep a careful eye on the workload, and we will bring in extra resources if that is the right thing to do. And the final bit of the report relates to complaints data, which is broadly in line with the last year. And in the last quarter, 19 complaints were received, 5 of which were upheld at stage 1 and none at stage 2. Therefore, happy to ask the Cabinet to note the report. Thank you, and apologies for the.
Thank you for your perseverance, Councillor Rawlinson. I was perhaps going to go for a break then for a second, but well done. Members, any comments on the report from Councillor Rawlinson? Give him a chance to relax.
Go get a glass of water. Apologies, everyone. I was struggling to get logged on. I was struggling to get my internet connection died, and then my laptop didn't want to reconnect straight away when the internet came back up. So my apologies for being late, and thanks, Phil.
That's fine. You can.
But feel free to carry on this item, and I'll just close the meeting.
Okay.
Cracking.
Oh, good. So no questions for Peter. So we just recommend to note that report on performance, risk, and financial monitoring. Good. Thank you, members.
Thank you very much.
Duly noted. Thank you, Councillor Rawlinson. So we move on to the final item, urgent business. I haven't been informed of any items of urgent business. Leslie?
I don't have anything, Chairman.
So that must be the end of this meeting. I thank you all for your attention, and we're at, what have I got here, 6:18. Declare this meeting closed, and thank you for your attendance. Thank you all.
Thank you. If you could please stop the